All right, guys, this is Rocket Boys, Chapter 15, The State Troopers. So there's kind of two storylines in this chapter. The first is that two state troopers show up and they have what seems to be like the remnants of a rocket that they say started a fire in like another town close to Colwood. And so they basically think that the boys launched a rocket and it landed in this other town and like started this big fire. But they kind of point out that the town is like too far away and the rocket wouldn't have reached that far. And then I think Quentin notices by taking a closer look at it that it was actually like a flare that was dropped from an airplane. Like I think like as part of a military exercise or something. So they get out of trouble. So that's the first storyline. The second one is as they are progressing in the rocket building, they're realizing that they need to know calculus to be able to do all of their calculations. But the problem is that their school does not offer calculus, and so they go to the math teacher, Mr. Hartsfield, and he's kind of hesitant, but he says like if the principal will let me do a class, I'll teach calculus. And so like at first the principal doesn't think that they'll get permission from the superintendent, but they end up like working through it and getting permission. And the problem is that they like originally there's only 5 spots in the class, and then they expand it to 6, and but like a 7th person who's not in the Rocket Boys signs up for the class, and they're not allowed to say like, well, this class is only for the Rocket Boys. And so because Sonny had the lowest algebra grades, he is the one who doesn't make it into the class. So he's like the one who really pushed to start this class and make it happen, and then he is the one who doesn't get to be a part of it. And I don't remember. Do you remember who the 6th student is who signed up for it?
It's the trick. It's Dorothy.
It's Dorothy.
It's Dorothy.
So the girl that he likes signs up for it, and so that's why he can't be in it. So he's kind of bummed about that. But one cool thing I like about this is he finds a book of his dad's. I'm trying to think if he just happens to find it or if his dad like leaves it for him. I think he just finds it on his dad's bookshelf. Anyway, he finds this book called Advanced Mathematics, A Guide for Self-Study. And so when he realizes like his dad has learned a lot of calculus, but basically he decides, well, I'll just have to teach myself calculus. And I kind of like that he decides, well, even if I can't learn something at school, I could still teach it to myself, and along with like the other boys helping me, I can figure it out. So all right, that's chapter 15.